Are there Bengali women? Are there Bengali women sitting here? Bengali women, are they there? Yeah, I can see the two are there. First of all, my obeisances to my Guru Padma, Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad, Astutara Shata Shishimad Bhaktivedanta, Srila Vamana Gosvami Maharaj, and also Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad Astutara Shata, and also my obeisances to Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. My obeisance also to Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad Astutara Shata Srila Govardhana Goswami Maharaj, and also to all present here, Prapuja Charan, Sripad Padmanabh Maharaj, and also to all the sannyasis present here, all the mothers, all the devotees immersed in the mode of Mahaprabhu, to all of those who are eager to listen to Harikatha. To the feet of everyone, please accept my Dandavat Pranams accordingly. So, speaking Bengali, because there was a lot of Hindi Harikatha, in English also, there was Harikatha. So, especially today is such a pure and amazing day that we are here gathered together. Today is the Tirobhav Tithi of our Guru Padma. Both Acharyas, Tirobhav, the disappearance of the two Acharyas, Vamana Maharaj, Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad, Astutara Shata Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Vamana Gosvami Maharaj, and Nitila Prabhushtam Vishnupad, Astutara Shata Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. Actually, the disappearance of the Guru Vaishnavas, their appearance and disappearance, there's no difference between the appearance and disappearance of the Vaishnavas. Just like the sun is always shining, it's just a matter of our angle of vision that we see the sun appearing and disappearing, or sunrise and sunset. The sun is actually always shining, but still, according to the people of the visions, people's vision, we say, oh, sun is rising in the east and is setting on the west. When the sun rises, then we say day, and when the sun sets, then we say night. It's night. So this is happening according to angle of vision, but actually the sun is always shining. So we are here in Vrindavan. Now it's 8 a.m. But if you would be in New York or in the United States of America, that is 9 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. So here is day and there is like 8 a.m. here. And in America, it's 8 p.m. So it's the opposite. So here you can see the sun, but in America, they now can't see the sun. But the sun is actually always shining. So in the same way, Guru Vaishnavas, they appear and their disappearance is actually a matter of our angle of vision. We see they're appearing or disappearing. Avirbhav Tirubhava Bede Matra Kohe. Bhagavan and his pure devotees, you should understand that the appearance and disappearance is same because they're actually always with us. They are always present, just like the sun. But we don't understand this. We can't understand. While doing bhajana, finally, slowly, we come to a higher stage. Then we'll be able to really understand how they are always with us. But still, Bhagavan in the Gita, he explains, Janma karma chame divyam jobeti tatataha. Krishna says, my birth and my activities, they are alokik, transcendental. So, if you know this, you can attain my spiritual abode, Krishna says. Then you'll never ever again come back to this material world. In the Gita, Bhagavan says, my birth and activities, they are alokik. We must know. And if we realize this, you never come back to this material world. If you know that Lord Krishna's activities and birth is transcendental. In the same way, also the birth and activities of the Vaishnavas, pure devotees, are also transcendental. Their appearance, disappearance. They are actually always with us. They are always with us. They are always present. So, why they seem far? Actually, they seem far, like they disappear. Why do they disappear? They're actually taking tests. They're testing us to see how much my disciple, my servant, how much he has realization of me, how much he really understood me, how much he, like the Guru is testing the disciples to see if they'll, like for example, in the day of Prabhupada, Guru Pada Padma, he used to give class about this. He said that Guru is seeing my disciples, my followers, how much they like, you can translate, like love me, like because now I'm gone, so are they continuing, you know? Are they trying to see me in my words, in my instructions, in my service? Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada told, if you Harinama and to chant holy names and to see Hari is the same thing. Haridarshan and chant Harinam is the same. So you chanting holy names and see directly Hari is the same. But depends on the qualification, of course. If you're having the darshan or not. This is the only difference, if you have that realization or not. But if you're in a higher position, higher stage, while chanting holy names, you directly have the darshan of Sri Hari. In the same way, Guru Vaishnavas, they seem to be far from us, but actually they're looking at us, seeing how much we have love for them, affection for them, how much we're following their instructions, how much we're following their instructions. Another thing also, because there's no difference between their instructions and themselves. So, who will feel the separation from the Guru Vaishnavas in their disappearance? Who will feel separation? Sorry. So today is Viraha Tithi, separation day. Who will feel separation? Those who have someone again, knowledge of relationship. Those who have served. Those who have attained the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas. They will feel separation from this Guru Vaishnava. So the word Viraha, separation, there are two meanings. Viraha means separation, feel separation. Abhav anubhav, feel separation. So B also means Bishesh, special, and Raha, meeting. So it's a special meeting. When there's a special meeting, this is called Viraha. Nilava Kusumanjali, in this book, Srila Raghunath Goswami, he prays to the feet of Sanatana Goswami. So Viraha, who will feel separation? Those who have really developed the sambandh again with Guru Pada Padma, knowledge of relationship. Those who have served him, those who have felt this, they will feel separation. Gurudev used to say one thing. It's not enough just by knowledge of the scriptures. You cannot know them by only knowledge of the scriptures. Even the demons also, they have knowledge of the scriptures. Even demons also, they can give many examples from the scriptures. Ravana was not, Ravana was really, he knew a lot of the scriptures. He was really knowledgeable of the scriptures, Veda, Purana, Upanishad, everything. But he started to associate not with sadhus but with demons instead. And then he would even quote the scriptures, but his behavior, he would not follow the scriptures. He would quote but not follow. But the devotees, they always follow their behaviors. Means they don't only preach, they also practice in themselves. Because if you don't do this, you can never preach to anyone if you yourself don't follow. Mahaprabhu himself said, so our Guru Padma, their character, their ideal behavior, they're the embodiment of the pure behavior, amazing character. Whatever they say, they follow that in their lives. This is their character. So my Gurudev, he was directly the embodiment like Seva Vritti and Seva Nishta, just like Narada Rishi. Narada Rishi told his life history Katha to Vyasadeva. Narada told Vyasa how he attained to Lord. In the same way, my Guru Padma, we heard directly from him how he, even he was very young, 8.5 years old, he came with his mom to perform Navadvip Parikrama. He was from the East Bengal, right, with his mom. He came with his mom. He was from Bengal, he came with his mom to the Parikrama, and then his mom told him. His name was Santosh. So his name was Santosh in his family life. So his mom told, let's go back to our house. But Guru Padma said, Srila Vamana Gosvami Maharaj, baby, he was not baby, like a child. He said, now I came to my real home, how can I leave and go back? This is my eternal house. This is my eternal house. I have come to my eternal house. Why would I go back to the other house? I don't want to go back. And then he didn't go back, so he surrendered himself to the feet of Prabhupada. Guru Padma, even from a young age, he was a child, he completely surrendered to Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. He never went back to his home. He surrendered himself to the feet of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, later on gave him Harinam. First Nam Diksha before, means Harinam, initiation. And then Prabhupada also gave him another mantra, the Narasimha-mantra Prabhupada gave him. Guru Padma says that Prabhupada has given me Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare. Prabhupada gave me Harinam-mantra and also Nishinha-mantra. Bhaktivedanta Vamana Maharaj received Harinam and Nishinha-mantra from Prabhupada. Narahari Prabhu, he was in charge of the temple of Mayapur. He was called the mom of the temple. Mom, his name was Narahari Prabhu. He was the mother of the temple. Seva Vigraha Prabhu. He was also known as Seva Vigraha Prabhu, and Srila Vamana Maharaj used to serve under his guidance. So Srila Vamana Maharaj started studying in the Bhaktivedanta Institute. Srila Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada put him there to study. So he used to go every day. And under the guidance of Narahari Prabhu, he used to serve. But because he had so much friendship with Vinod Bihari Brahmachari. So, actually, Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, he took Harinam and Diksha from Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. So they have so much love and affection. Sheila, Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, and Santosh Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari. But Santosh Sajjana-sevaka was serving under the guidance of Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, because he was the mother of the temple. One day, happened one story, Gurudev himself used to tell the story. One day, it was raining. Prabhupada had given the name Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari. So Narahari Prabhu told, today is raining, school is closed, don't go to school. So okay, so wash your clothes. So he washed his clothes and he started cutting sabji. Srila Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari. Gurudev was so, Vamana Maharaj was so expert in serving, cutting sabji in a perfect way. So he was cutting the sabji, and then Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada came. Have you been to Mayapur? So Prabhupada used to stay up. Prabhupada came downstairs, and he saw that Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari was cutting sabji with vegetables with Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu. So he asked, won't you go to school today? You should go. Narahari Prabhu said, today is raining. Probably the school is closed. And then Prabhupada told, Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada said, school won't be closed. You should go to school. Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari was thinking, I have to follow the instruction of the Guru without hesitation. Prabhupada left, went upstairs. Vamana Maharaj was thinking, I need to follow what my Guru told. Because the duty of a disciple is to follow the instructions of his Guru. So he was thinking what to do. If Prabhupada has desire, I'll go to school today. So if he wants, I'll go. So I heard this directly from the lotus mouth of Gurudev. Because when I came to Devananda Gaudiya Math, Gurudev used to sit under the jackfruit tree and he used to tell us Harikatha. After the arati, all the brahmacharis used to sit at the feet of Gurudeva. Gurudeva used to tell some his own life history, some things, and also something about the life history of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, and also something of the life history of Srila Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Maharaj. He used to explain. So he himself said, oh, my clothes are still wet. It's not, how can I go to school? But Prabhupada wants me to go to school. So he was thinking what to do. Thinking. Gurudev told. At that time, each brahmachari had only one set of clothes. Only one. One dhuti, one kurta. If it's dirty, you put gamcha, wash, dry, and then you put the same clothes back. At that time, each brahmachari had only one set of clothes. One kurta, one dhoti. This was the rule in the temple at that time. So Gurudev was worried, thinking, so I'm already wearing my gamcha, how can I go to school? It was the desire of Prabhupada that I go to school. So Gurudev himself said, he told me, he said, what should I do? He was thinking. So I came in the room and started chanting Narasimha-mantra. And I said, hey Narasimhadev, I must follow the instruction of Prabhupada. So when Gurudev entered inside the room after chanting Narasimha-mantra, he saw all his clothes were completely dry. Then Gurudeva wore his clothes and went to school. Also, it was not raining anymore. Gurudeva went to school. Then, 4 p.m., Prabhupada asked, where is Sajjana-sevaka Brahmachari? Then Narahari Prabhu told, he's gone to school. Bhaktisiddhanta said, how possible? Because he said he had washed his clothes, how to go? So Narahari Prabhu told, ask him. Ask him. So Prabhupada went in the room of Gurudeva and said, how did you go to school? So he said, hey Prabhupada, you gave me Narasimha-mantra. So I prayed to Narasimhadeva, and then I saw that my clothes were all dry. Prabhupada, hearing this, he embraced Srila Gurudeva and thought, oh, just like Narasimhadeva, he embraced Prahlad Maharaj, crying, Jaya Bhakta Vatsala Narasimhadeva. So in the same way, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, when Sajjana-sevaka Srila Gurudeva did this and told this, Narasimhadeva, to protect his devotees, what does he do? So Gurudev used to say, how you have to have so much nishtha, steadiness, loyalty and faith in the words of your Guru. You will attain all perfection. Again and again Gurudev used to say, if you have nishtha, bhakti for your Guru, you'll be able to deliver the whole world, all the universe. To have nishtha in the Guru, when you take initiation, you need to see, you need to understand. You must have faith in the Guru. If your Guru is a bona fide Guru, you should never doubt him, never, ever. Those who have any doubts, they lose everything. Gurudev used to say. So Gurudeva, he also delivered so many ghosts and witches. I have heard this from Gurudev as well. He has actually delivered so many ghosts and witches. Even he performed the wedding for ghosts. He performed a wedding for ghosts and delivered them in this way. Gurudev used to say. Also him, once in Nandagaon, so Gurudev was there in the temple of Mathura Mart. So he came to have darshan of Vrajabham. He went to Nandagaon. When he came back, it was already evening time. And then, next to Nandagaon, that time, so the driver said that this car, there's no more petrol, so the car cannot continue. And it was winter time, so they ran out of gas coming back from the Trivikrama. So it was like already night time. What to do? Because so the servant, okay. So they are trying to see. So suddenly there was not so many people around. There are no around. But Gurudev was chanting holy names without any fear, nothing. He was just chanting Hare Krishna. There was no one. It was dark. There was no one to get petrol. Nothing. So the Sevak asked Gurudev, we ran out of gas, what should I do? Then Gurudeva quoted one verse from the Gita, Anayana Shintayatamam Jajana Parjupasate. Krishna will always provide whatever his pure devotee, one-pointed devotee needs. Gurudeva just said this, didn't say anything else. Look at the nishtha, the faith in God that Gurudeva has, and surrender also. So the servant tried to find someone, but a person came bringing gasoline. But a person just came suddenly, randomly, bringing some oil, some gasoline, gas, fill up the tank. So then Srila Vamana Gosvami Maharaj was in Mathura Mart, and he was worried, thinking, because it was late. Where's Maharaj? It's already 9 p.m. Maharaj hasn't come back. Like in the winter time, it was so late already. Where is he? No one had any news. Finally, when Gurudev came back to the temple, then we saw Srila Gurudev and Srila Vamana Maharaj, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj. They were speaking. Actually, Krishna himself came, bringing the gas to serve his pure devotee. There's so many transcendental stories from the life of Gurudeva. Maharaj told also in Tota Gopinath also. Tota Gopinath directly came to his dream and told, the Pujari, for 3 days he hasn't changed my clothes and that my clothes are torn. The deity told it for Gurudev in the dream. And then Gurudev asked, I think Srila Narayana Maharaj, yes, did you bring any clothes from Mathura? And Srila Gurudev, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, yes, I have brought some clothes from Mathura. So 3 of them, Vamana Maharaj, Trivikrama, Narayana Maharaj, they went to Gopinath temple, Torta Gopinath in Jagannath Puri, and they saw that really the cloth was torn. And today Srila Gurudeva, Srila Narayana Maharaj, brought this clothes from Mathura, please put in the deity. So they gave to Torta Gopinath. So Lord is actually eager to accept the gifts of the devotees. My Guru Padma is a Shuddha Bhakta, there's pure devotee. Those who have taken shelter of his lotus feet are so blessed. Srila Madhavendra Puripan, in the end of his life, he was only remembering the pastimes and crying. Srila Gurudev, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, in the appearance of Vamana Maharaj, Gurudeva almost, he said, Gurudev used to say, how much association do you have of association with your Guru? I was for 60 years with your Guru, Srila Vamana Maharaj. Srila Narayana Maharaj used to say in the day of Bhaktivedanta Vamana Maharaj, he used to tell us, because we are like this, you are their disciples, but how much time you had associating with him? What do you know about him? You know nothing about him. You know nothing about him. Those who have had their association, they can speak. Those who didn't have his association, they can only listen. But this is also very good. Imagine Rukmini, she heard the glories of Narada Rishi and she became attached to Krishna. But Srila Gurudeva, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj said, for how long did you associate with your Guru? I spent with him 60 years. I can tell you about him, then you know him. So many servants, they started speaking bad things against Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Everywhere there are people like this. There are so many kind of people. Even not everyone in the temple is a sadhu. Not everyone in the temple are sadhus. So many Bhyamasurs are here. Bhyamasur. You remember that the day we went to the place of Bhyamasur? No, not everyone is sadhu here. So you don't know why people came to the temple with which objective. it should go. So in the same way, some bad, like evil, or like people who are against, they started to speak bad things against Narasimha Maharaj inside our Gaudiya Samiti, okay? So, speaking bad things. Because of this, so this came into the ears of Srila Narasimha Maharaj. So he phoned. So Srila Vamana Maharaj heard this, sorry. And then he called and immediately said, kick out those who are in the temple who are criticizing Guru Vaishnavas and clean everything with Ganga water. That person who accepts the Guru but criticizes the Vaishnavas, this person is offender. At the same time, those who also accept Vaishnava and also criticize Guru, also those who are against Guru, against Vaishnava, both are offenders. Both are offenders. So that Brahmachari came crying for Gurudeva, Srila Vamana Maharaj. And Srila Vamana Maharaj said, I will not forgive you. You go to the person you offended, Srila Narasimha Maharaj. So that same night, immediately that Brahmachari came to Mathura to ask for apologize to Srila Gurudeva Narasimha Maharaj. Sorry, so Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj told him, this devotee who was speaking bad against Srila Narayana Maharaj. He said, Guru Vaishnavas don't accept ignorance, offenses. I forgive you. But my Guru Pada Padma, Vamana Maharaj told, it's not enough for him to speak. I want him to write a letter that he has forgiven you. Then Srila Gurudeva, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, with his own hand, had to write a letter to Srila Vamana Maharaj saying, I forgive your disciple. Look at the glories of my Gurudeva. He would never tolerate offenses to Vaishnavas. He would never ever tolerate it. Or especially with something against Srila Trivikrama Maharaj or Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Someone who would speak anything against them. My Guru Pada Padma, he would never. He was like bhajana. He would heavily chastise those who have spoken anything about Srila Narayana Maharaj and Srila Trivikrama Maharaj. If I would speak his glories again and again, I would never finish speaking his glories. Now it's already 8:30 a.m. Now it's 8:30. Now we'll have Guru Puja, offering Pushpanjali and then Prasad, and then from 10 a.m. all the Vaishnavas in Bengali, also in English, in Hindi also they'll speak. Everyone today will discuss the glories of Guru Pada Padma. Today there will be Harikatha the whole day about Gurudev. And in the night time, the evening time, there will be again Harikatha from 4 to 8. Today a whole day. Only the glories of Guru and the life history of Gurudev. We'll discuss only this. Gaura Pramana.